Unpopular opinion, I do regret some of my tattoos.
Am I the only one that regrets getting tattoos?
Our parents was right because I'm officially at the age where I regret my tattoos.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish I ain't had no tattoos. Like, I want to be pure and naked skinned again.
I'm a tatted girl and I regret my tattoos.
Y'all, can we please talk about tattoo regret? Because I hate these tattoos.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Cynthia here. And guys, in today's video, we're going to be looking at people coming out to tell us how they regret their tattoos. If you've been online for some time, it's no new thing that people are coming out to talk about regretting getting their tattoos. Now, this is a topic that a lot of people used to keep very, very private. Now, one of the reasons being that these tattoos that were done do not represent who they are presently. Now, what I find interesting is how a decision that feels small in the moment can carry so much weight later. Now, some of these tattoos were gotten at a very young age, like really, really young, before they understood how permanent it was. And then they're the ones who trusted the artist for a good tattoo, and the artist ended up messing up. Now, today we're going to be going through some of these stories, not to judge, but to understand, because whether we like it or not, regret is a human experience. And the truth is, a lot of people are carrying a tattoo that no longer fits the person they have grown into. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
Our parents was right because I'm officially at the age where I regret my tattoos. Like, why did I put scratches on my Bentley? Now, mind you, like, I feel like it's edgy. I feel like you give it a little, but it's like, I feel like as you mature, it's just like you change, you want to elevate your look, your style, and it just don't fit. Like, why do I have my grandma name on both of my arms? Rest in peace, they soul. But for what? Why do I have a butterfly on my neck? Why do I have the year that I was born on me? Why do I have Chinese writing on the back of my neck? You're not even Chinese. Yes, I'm a Christian, but why do I have a cross? Like, I thank God that, of course, they're meaningful. But at the same time, as you mature, you realize they're meaningless.
But she did make a point. Like, it gets to a point where you want to change your style, and with something as permanent as a tattoo, there's little to nothing you can do about it.
There are two things in life that I deeply regret, and the first one is this tattoo. Some of my tattoos, but the biggest one is this. It sounded like a good idea at the time. I hate it. It's to the point where I have photoshopped the tattoo out of pictures. If like I'm wearing a tank top or like a strapless something, like I don't feel girly, I don't feel feminine with this. I hate it. And I didn't know about laser removal at the time. I can't do it. I should listen to my mom. The worst part is that this is a cover-up. This is a cover-up for the second biggest mistake of my life, which is my ex. Because what would possess me to put somebody's name on my body? Don't do it. Don't do that. I didn't do it once. I did it twice. So I have two butterflies. I have two butterflies on my body. And those two butterflies are covered up by another human's name. Now at my big age, I ask my mom everything. I should have listened to her then, because I sure enough listen to her now. I hate it. If you want to get the tattoo, get it. But I suggest asking your mom first if you should do it. Just saying.
You know, something that is so funny is when we were kids, we think our parents didn't want the best for us when we wanted to get something done, and they'll tell us, no, don't get it done. Now, at our very big ages, we are always asking them before we get anything done because we trust their judgments now. I honestly find that so interesting because what? When I was growing up, any little thing I wanted to get and my mom would, say no to it, I'll be mad. Like, why?
Unpopular opinion, I do regret some of my tattoos. For example, the 444. When I got this tattoo, I just thought angel numbers meant you were closer to God. I didn't research this, I didn't read it in the Bible, and I just liked how this looked on my arm. That's why I got it. I have a Gemini tattoo behind my ear. I used to be a Gemini thumper, like I'm Gemini down. I took pride in being a Gemini. I made videos about being a Gemini. I have a tattoo on my spine of the 7 chakras. I'm not Buddhist. I don't know anything about Buddhism. I just like some of their principles. So I put it on my spine. Ah! Yikes.
Honestly, like hearing what their tattoos are and how most of them regret it is actually sad because maybe when they were doing it, they felt like, they were doing something good, something great, something they'll always cherish, and now they're regretting it. There's a difference between regretting some little decisions and some major decisions like this, especially when it's permanent. But good thing, there are things now that can get tattoos of like laser removers and the rest.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish I ain't had no tattoos. Like, I want to be pure and naked skinned again, bro. Like, I went and got this one, this fat ass blob on my shoulder, supposed to be a blue rose. Got it in a remembrance of my granddad. I bet he even looking down from heaven like, now what the hell you gonna go and do that for? Shit is ugly.
Now that blue rose is quite big. It almost covered her whole arm.
Morning, you guys. Transparency post. So I am married. I am in my 30s with 4 beautiful children. I think one of my biggest regrets in my life, I'll be honest, you guys, is my tattoos. Like, I literally hate my tattoos. Not only do I hate my tattoos, I think I hate the places that I chose to get them when I was younger. I remember my mom did not want me to get tattoos. Like, don't get tattoos. She did not want me with tattoos on my body, and obviously me being hard-headed, I decided to do it anyway, and now I'm living in my 30s, y'all, regretting my tattoos every day. I was just doing what I wanted to do, and now I'm living with it. I even have to find clothes that actually cover up my tattoos. I've grown so much as a person and as a woman, and looking back at my younger days is like, I couldn't even tell you guys why I chose to get those tattoos. That's something I literally regret. When I say every day, like, I hate my tattoos, y'all. I hate them so much. Like, I don't even want people to know I got tattoos. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tattoos total. That's one of my goals, y'all, is to find somebody to remove these tattoos. If I can really just give anybody advice that's thinking about getting tattoos, I don't think anything is necessarily wrong with them, but be careful the places that you choose to put the tattoo. For me, I literally hate all of mine. Like, I don't want any tattoos on my body. Like, I want to get them removed. I want them off. I'm in the process of finding somebody to get rid of them, somebody who works on dark skin. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, y'all, but listen, I always talk to my daughters about my tattoos and how I dislike them, and I really just pray and hope that they just don't get any at all. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to be transparent.
That's the thing about tattoos. I heard it's really addictive. You might start small, but before you know it, you're going a little bit big. You're going big, and then you're going bigger. Before you know it, you're like addicted to always getting tattoos. I don't know how true this is, but like with the way people are saying, I have 7 tattoos, I have this amount number of tattoos, it kind of like sounds true. But yes, guys, let's keep going.
My thoughts on tattoos. There's nothing wrong with a tattoo as long as you put it in places where you can conceal them. Here's the thing. If you're not an artsy fartsy girl, if you're not into like the super arts, the biker life, one day you may change your mind. One day you may wake up and say, you know what? I don't really love this tattoo anymore. Like, I have a tattoo on my chest. I have a tattoo on my bum bum. I have a tattoo on my face. What if when I wake up 10 years from now, I don't like it? Then what? It may look cute. And this is the thing. It may look good on your 20-year-old body. It may look good on your 20-year-old face, those tattoos. But when you hit 30, it don't hit the same. It's not as cute as it was as 21. When you hit 40, when you hit 50, baby, it's not that cute. It's not that cute.
I think even if you're in the biker life, you'll still get to a point where you might regret, getting the tattoos done. Because you're in the biker life, it's not like assurance that you may not regret your tattoo. Because the human mind always evolves, like whether or not we like it, it's always evolving. And some of the things you like when you were younger will not be the same thing you like now that you're older.
Come with me to remove a tattoo that I regret getting. I got this tattoo when I was 17 and I really wanted it, but my taste has changed. Most of you guys probably didn't even know I had one because I never show it. It's pretty big. It's 3 sword lilies on my ribs. If you're wondering what it feels like getting zapped with a rubber band with a hint of hot cooking grease. It's spicy, but it's quick. This only lasts maybe a minute total. This is only my second session and it's starting to fade, but it's going to take at least 2 years, maybe more, for total removal. The tech said she thinks I'll see a lot of progress after this session, so stay tuned for an update. And for anyone watching who's considering a tattoo or doing anything permanent to their body, definitely make sure it's something that you won't grow out of or change your mind about.
Wait, so even this tattoo removal of a thing takes time before it goes? Honestly, guys, I thought as they're using the laser to remove it, immediately it's clearing. I know it still needs like years to finally clear. Oh my goodness. This is something that was done easily. Now it's hard to get rid of.
I'm a tatted girl and I regret my tattoos. Let's rewind and let's have a little girl chat because I feel like this topic is something that a lot of people would not admit to, or there's some people that might really relate to this. You can't see my tattoos right now, but I have in my neck, my throat, my chest, this whole arm is covered in tattoos. Even my hands are. I have some behind my neck, I have some on my back. My whole entire left thigh is tatted, my whole entire right shin is tatted. I even have one right here. I have been getting tattoos since I was 15 years old. I grew up with a parent where tattoos were very normal. It was very much like art, which I still do think it's art. And let me clarify, I do not regret tattoos. I regret my tattoos. I think tattoos are beautiful. Like I said, I started really, really young. My frontal lobe was not developed, and I totally understand now what they mean when they say wait till it is developed, because now I'm 25. It has developed. From 15 years old to 16, I had my very first tattoo, which was this one right here. This is my first one. And then I got a matching tattoo with my mom. And if anyone says anything towards my mom about letting me get tattoos young, it's not her fault. And if anyone comes from my mom, I will literally block you. Anyways, I don't regret those tattoos. But when I was freshly 16, I met my ex I was with for 8 years and was a tattoo artist. Like, was literally doing tattoos at the like ripe age of 16. So I, being like young and dumb, was like, yeah, tattoo me whenever. That is what I regret. My entire arm, literally my entire arm except for one right here, one right here, and one right here, are from my ex. I'm not trying to hate on him, but I do not have a good history with him, but it's just the tattoos that are there. I am a completely different person compared to the person I was when I got this whole sleeve done at such a young age. So when I look back at my arm, it's like I can't escape that version of me. Even though I have spent so many years trying to escape that version of me, I wish I would have not been so easily influenced. In the moment, I really did love them, but it's just, I've outgrown them. They're not me anymore. I am not this like rugged, heavily cussing, like wanting to fight all the time girl that I was when I got these tattoos. Like now, I'm a very soft girl. Like my husband has made me very feminine, and I do not feel feminine with the tattoos that I do have. These tattoos on my neck, I think they're beautiful, and they were done by a really awesome girl. But I will say, I don't know if I would have put them on my neck where I did. I don't know. Like I feel like a clean canvas now at my age would be better for me, because then I would have been able to put what I wanted if I wanted something, instead of like being stuck with tattoos that were very impulsive at such a young age. A lot of the time when I'm in public or when I'm talking to someone, I get stereotyped for like, oh, I did not think that you would be this nice or like this into girly things because of the way you look. And I'm not a heavy tatted person by heart anymore. So that's just something that I wanted to admit in case there's anyone else who might be feeling that way and doesn't want to admit it, because sometimes tatted people get hate for admitting that they regret their tattoos, which I don't think is cool. I think that's kind of dumb. So that's why I regret my tattoos.
Now, just a little bit off topic. She said she is no longer the tough girl, the one that always wants to fight. She's now a soft girl. And I always love to see soft feminine versions of ladies.
Am I the only one that regrets getting tattoos? Don't get me wrong, like, tattoos are cool. Like, I have nothing against tattoos. I just don't like mine. When I think back to the time to where I got the tattoos, y'all, just young and doing anything because I can. The stars, the butterfly, it's just, ew. Like, when I look at it now as a 29-year-old, I'm like, ooh, child, the ghetto. I've even looked into, like, tattoo removal, but I feel like that would hurt worse than me just trying to, like, get a tattoo to cover these up and make them better. if that makes sense. For anybody that sees this that doesn't have tattoos but thinking about it, just know that they're on you forever. Yeah.
Well, honestly, there are some things that before you even do, you need to think about it. You need to sleep on it for a very long time to be sure that's exactly what you want.
I will be the first one to say, actually, I'm not the first. I don't know if anybody's ever said this, but they probably have. I'm jealous of the girls with no tattoos. I'm jealous of you. I want to know who spoke to you before you turned 18. I want to know where your head was at when you turned 18. Like, were you not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get tattoos and piercings now? Like, what was the thought process? Because I obviously did not have that one. And I literally, y'all, looking at my tattoos sometimes, specifically my left arm that has the dragon and this tattoo, makes my skin crawl. Is that normal? Like, I know that I've talked before about my tattoo regret on here, but truly, like, oh my gosh, I hate my tattoos. Like, I literally, when I see girls who are a blank canvas, I get so jealous. Like, genuinely, I need to calm down. And if I stare too long at them in the mirror, I will literally feel sick because I hate them that bad. So hopefully one day I will have none again. But with the pain that tattoo removal is, because I've already experienced it one time, I'm gonna need deep prayers because I don't know. Also, I feel like what it is for me is looking busy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but like if I'm wearing something, so for instance, today at the gym, I wore these tiger leggings, but I keep my jacket on the whole time because with the tattoos, like it just looks busy. Like I don't like it. And sometimes I won't even wear certain clothes or show my arms or like anything because it looks busy. It just doesn't look polished, if that makes sense. Like I just feel like some of it just doesn't go together. I don't know, girl. I think I'm thinking too much into it, but I just hope this helps someone because tattoo regret is real, okay? And the Pinterest tattoos, I'm gonna leave it there. Also, I just want to say that when I see other people's tattoos, these are not thoughts that come to my mind. It's literally just with my tattoos. Like, what is this? What is this?
Tattoo regret is indeed real.
If I would have waited a little bit longer, I think I would have done everything a little bit differently, and I don't think I would have gotten Zombie Miley.
That zombie Miley on her leg. On her leg? Where she wears shorts? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, some of these things done when you're young, like you won't even think about the consequence, you won't even think about the implication in future. You just go ahead and do it. And then you start regretting it later. Wow. I can imagine how she feels with the zombie Miley Cyrus on her leg.
I regret all of my tattoos. Let's talk about it. I know that that's not the way that everybody with as many tattoos as myself feels. I have 9 tattoos, mostly on my arms and my hands, very visible areas, but tattoo regret is becoming increasingly popular and I feel like it needs to be talked about more. Yes, I know it boils down to better decision making and, being smarter about what you put on your body, especially something that is permanent. But when I was, getting the tattoos that I have currently, I was very young. I was like 22, 23. I was going through a lot. This was like 7 years ago. I was going through a lot. I had just went through a breakup. I was going through some family stuff. I just felt like the world was attacking me and I was getting to a point where I was numb and I just wanted to feel something. So tattoos seemed like a plausible form of therapy. I was also like out to prove something to the world when I got them. Like I said, recently went through a breakup. I was also starting to work in New York City, in the makeup industry around a bunch of other very cool looking, artsy, edgy, successful makeup artists, and they all had like tattoos and piercings and fun hair colors, and I felt like I was this girl from like suburban New Jersey who didn't stand out, and I felt like I needed to prove something. Even though my artistry was great, I just felt like I needed to like fit in, conform, be rebellious, like prove something. And I know that that's a stereotype, but that's like how I felt at the time. I was very young. All of the tattoos I got were pretty impulsive, not well thought out. I didn't really research the artist. I literally just like went to somebody who was close that a friend had gone to. So none of them really had any like meaning or, were thought out and planned. If you're going through something or if you're going through a phase, don't get tattoos. I remember remember that my mom saw it and she was like so pissed off, didn't want to talk to me. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Another thing is, I'm also Jewish, and in Judaism, like, you aren't really supposed to get tattoos. A lot of Jewish people have tattoos, I know that, but like sometimes even now I feel judged by people in my community, because back then being a part of the Jewish community was not really something that was like super important. I was kind of just like straying away from everything, trying to be rebellious, and now I feel like judged and watched by people in my community because I have a lot of visible tattoos. People are probably listening to this and saying like, well, you should just get them removed. Sure, I'll get them removed, but I have a lot of tattoos. I'm not going to show all of them right now. Like, maybe I'll do a tattoo tour one day, but they're all really big, black, blotchy. They've gotten like blown out. I've gone to like dermatologists and tattoo removal places, and you want to know how much they've quoted me per session to remove, my tattoos, and it's going to take probably 12 to 20 sessions. They said it would cost per session around $1,000, $700. If I pay for like this entire package, it would come out to like $700 a session, which would cost me thousands of dollars up front. Laser tattoo removal is also extremely painful. It's a very strenuous process on top of being very expensive. It limits what you're able to do, and the issue is like I'm a very active person. I'm constantly working with my hands. Like, I'm a makeup artist, I cook a lot, I do a lot of things in my life that are outdoors, and if you get laser tattoo removal, you have to like completely cover up. You can't be exposed to the sun at all. Like, it can completely ruin the entire process, so that's an issue as well. I no longer resonate with the person I was or the style I had back when I got the tattoos. And it sucks because, like I said, I live in Florida. I kind of want to wear these like cute little sundresses and crop tops and like, sports bras, working out outside, and I feel so self-conscious with all of these like big black dark tattoos. And people like will come up to me and they're like, oh, your tattoos are so cool, like they look so badass. I don't want to look badass. I don't want to look cool. That's just not my style and who I'm trying to evolve into. I also work in the bridal industry, and every weekend I get to see all these beautiful brides and their beautiful like sleeveless gowns, their beautiful smooth clean arms, and I just like feel this like inner ache because I know that when I get married I'm not going to look like that. And this is not to say that brides with tattoos are not beautiful, because they are. Like, it looks so beautiful and so amazing and so special. That's just not what I envisioned for myself on my wedding day. So if you were thinking about getting a tattoo impulsively, if you're going through something, if you have family drama, if you're going through a breakup, don't get the tattoo, because your TikTok big sis is here with the receipts saying you're gonna regret it, because I really regret it, and you're gonna pay for it one day. I don't know, guys, should I bite the bullet, get the laser tattoo removal? You know what, anybody who's watched up until this point, let me know if you have underwent laser tattoo removal for big, black, blotchy, like dark tattoos, and if it was successful or not, because maybe that will help me. When I was little, my mother and my Jewish grandmother used to say to me, your body is a temple, so treat it as such. And I really, really wish that I internalized that, because it runs through my head so much as an adult. So if you needed a sign not to get the tattoo, consider this one. Go to therapy, talk to your friends, play with the dog, go to yoga. Don't get the tattoo. Listen to Jewish grandma, listen to your mom. Treat your body like a temple. You're gonna regret it down the road if you get the stupid tattoo while you're going through something and it means nothing to you. If it really means something, get it, but don't just get tattoos on a whim, because you're gonna end up like me. It's all love though.
Wow. The point she made about not being able to get the laser removal because she's out in the sun almost every day because of her occupation, it just makes me feel for her, because she really wants to get it done, but because of what she does, she cannot.
I'm gonna hold your hand as I say this, okay? As your older sister, put it here. I'm holding the hand. If you are in between the ages of 18 to, dare I say, 25, I'm gonna need you to reconsider that large tattoo. Yep, not the dainty one. Nope, not the cute little tiny stars, the little live, laugh, love, and the little cowboy hat and the tiny little, Bible verse. I don't like, get them removed if you don't like them. I'm talking about the huge side, back, thigh pieces. And you might say, Shelby, what's your qualifications for this? What's your expertise? I got my whole leg done because I said, oh, I just want to feel something. Please. I'm literally begging. When I was 18, I was dating someone not even this close to husband material. Trash. He had tattoos. I said, that looks great. Why don't I get them? Little rebellion sounds awesome. I had kind of strict controlling parents. I said, rebellion, great. Just feel it. Please, I'm just sleep on it, sip on it, have a night out on it. Not too much though. And then take a vacation and then ask a friend and then ask, whoever. Thank God I have an amazing husband who thinks I'm so beautiful and the most beautiful thing ever. Makes me feel 10 times more confident. But I have to live with this. I cannot get it removed. I am not Pete Davidson. It's going to cost so much money and leave a huge scar. There's just no way. So please, just think about it for a second, please.
Oh, she even added please. I like that most of them are ending up with really amazing partners that really make them feel confident and special.
I hate my tattoos, and let me tell you why. So I've never, ever seen anyone talk about this openly on the internet. I personally regret every single tattoo I've ever gotten. I started getting them at 18, and since I was maybe 10 years old, I was going through some identity crisis, wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted, and for me that was my way to do that. And I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. You're not gonna find many heavily tattooed people admit that. Whenever somebody asks me about a tattoo, should I get a hand tattoo? No, please don't get it, or at least wait a long time until you're 100% certain that you want it. And everyone is always shocked that I say that, and I wish I had somebody when I was younger to tell me that. I have 2 boys, and they know I don't want them to get tattoos. However, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, and who am I to say no? It's been a few years now, but I started getting a few small tattoos removed, and it's painful. If I had the opportunity and the money, I would completely remove every single tattoo on my body. You best believe as soon as I hit 1 million followers on here, I will be getting a full body tattoo removal, and I will be taking you all with me. Now, don't get me wrong, I love tattoos. I have many tattooed friends. I think they're beautiful. I think they're unique. It shows your creative side. I have nothing against tattoos, but personally, I regret every single tattoo I've ever gotten. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say that. I know I have a lot of younger girls that follow me, and I just wanted to be open and honest about what people don't talk about. All right, guys, have a great day.
I like this generation of women, especially the ones that are in their 30s and 40s, because they're keeping it real. They're just keeping it real. You know, when we were kids, when we were younger girls, we didn't have people that would come on the internet to talk about things like this. So I like that now people are coming out to talk about things like this and just making awareness, just so in case people that care to listen would find something to listen to. And trust and believe, there are people that still don't regret their tattoos. Now that's okay. There's nothing wrong. You don't have to regret getting your tattoo done. It's just for them at the moment, they're not vibing with it again.
This might be controversial, but I fully plan on encouraging my children to not get tattoos even when they turn 18. And I know that sounds crazy coming from me, but let me explain. My tattoos are probably one of my biggest regrets in my life. No, it's not like I wake up every day staring in the mirror just full of shame and regret. But if I could go back in time, I literally wouldn't get any of these. When I was a teenager, tattoos were everything. They were cool, everyone had them, that was the trend at that time. And my dad told me over and over again that I was gonna regret my tattoos one day. But when you're a teenager, you think that you're invincible, you already think that you're grown. Obviously, you don't listen. Now I'm almost 25, and I am literally a completely different person than I was at 18. I feel like every single year I become somebody new. And if you want the truth, most of my tattoos represent like a really sad version of myself. I lived in this constant like poor me mentality back then. But like now, I am genuinely happy. I love my life. I'm so blessed to be able to be alive. And these tattoos just aren't who I am anymore. I don't want them on my body. I'm also now with a man that brings out like my true femininity. So like I want to be girly. I feel like my tattoos dull down any elegant outfit that I wear. Anytime I want to feel soft or classy or put together, it changes the way that I'm perceived. That's just not the image that your girl's trying to portray. Yeah, when my 16, 17-year-old daughter comes to me asking for a tattoo like I did, hard no. And of course, once they turn 18, I can't stop them. I promise I will be discouraging them and sharing my experience with them. It's not as simple as removing your tattoos. Remove all of these would definitely cost more than $50,000. And no, I'm not anti-tattoo. I'm just pro waiting, like pro knowing yourself and pro understanding that who you are at 18 probably won't be who you are forever. Bye.
At the end of the day, everybody is entitled to feel however way that person wants to feel. And for these women, they really genuinely regret their decision about getting tattoos. And honestly, I can understand why, because when you grow older, you're not the same person you were like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, as the case may be. So obviously, their taste is changing, and especially with something as permanent as tattoo, they're stuck on it. Now, the last lady did mention if she were to get all of them removed, she'll spend about $50,000. And that's a lot of money to get tattoos you got freely, willingly, and happily removed. But yes, guys, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you have any tattoo you're regretting, or do you know anybody that's had any tattoo he or she is regretting? And also let me know what y'all think about this video, okay? And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.